photo of Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, was taken in 1889. Till about Alice Elizabeth Doherty, who is the only known person who have suffered from hypertrichosis, werewolf syndrome, in the U.S. She was exhibited as a sideshow attraction by her parents, 1889. The Man with a Parasitic Twin Growing Out of His Torso. The Life of Circus Performer Jean Libera, 1900s. Isaac W. Sprague was born on May 21, 1841. He was an entertainer and sideshow performer, billed as the living human skeleton. James Morris, the Rubber Man, had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, and could stretch his own skin up to 46 centimeters, 18 in from his body without any pain, 1880s. Chong and Ung Bunker were a pair of conjoined twins born in Siam, now Thailand, in 1811. They found work as freak show performers across the world, and both got married and had children in America. Chong and Ung popularized the term Siamese twins. World's largest woman and smallest man, July 1922. Nellie Blanche Lane, 642 pounds, and Clarence Chesterfield Howerton, 2 feet 4 inches tall, one of the Munchkins in Wizard of Oz, who was 9 years old. The Wild Men of Borneo were underdeveloped twins that were actually sold to circus by their own mother, 1874. Julia Pastrama, or the ugliest women in the world, had her body stuffed against her wishes after death, along with that of her stillborn son by her own husband, so he could keep making money off her. P.T. Barnum with Charles Sherwood Stratton, whom he billed as General Tom Thumb, circa 1850. Stratton was the most popular entertainer of his day, socializing with Abraham Lincoln and Queen Victoria. Johnny Eck, actor and freak show performer who was born without the lower half of his torso, posing with his brother Robert in 1922. Charles B. Tripp and Eli Bowen riding a tandem, 1890s. Millie and Christine McCoy were African-American Pygopagus conjoined twins. They traveled throughout the world performing song and dance shows. Conjoined twins Rosa and Josepha Blazek with Rosa's son, Franz, 1910. The Hilton sisters, Violet Left and Daisy Wright, conjoined twins and entertainers, born in England during the early 1900s. Adrian and Fedor Jeftichuk. At 16, Fedor joined P.T. Barnum's circus as Jojo, the dog-faced boy. Adrian and Fedor Jeftichuk. He suffered hypertrichosis. At 16, Fedor joined P.T. Barnum's circus as Jojo, the dog-faced boy. Madame Gustica, of an Ethiopian tribe where stretched lips were a cultural norm, became a circus attraction in New York. She is shown smoking a pipe during a show in New York, April 12, 1930. Showman P.T. Barnum's Fiji Cannibals, bought by Barnum in 1870 to be an attraction in a circus. To appear headless while taking a photo, aka horsemaning, was a popular way to pose in the 1920s. World's fattest man in 1890 was large enough to be considered a freak show in the circus. Boy with his boar, 1930. Annie Jones, a bearded woman. She toured with showman P.T. Barnum as a circus attraction. Whether the cause of her condition was hirsutism or an unrelated genetic condition that affects children of both sexes and continues into adult years is unknown. Many photographers, including Matthew Brady, took her portraits during her lifetime, which were widely distributed. As an adult, Jones became the country's top bearded lady and acted as a spokesperson for Barnum's Freaks, a word she tried to abolish from the business. Jones married Richard Elliott in 1881, but divorced him in 1895 for her childhood sweetheart William Donovan, who died leaving Jones a widow. In 1902, Jones died in Brooklyn of tuberculosis. Stroboscopic photograph of the New York City Ballet's production of Jules, 1967. Photo by John Mealy. Circus performer Jimmy Armstrong having a smoke break. 1958. Cairo Mary, a bouncer at Shanghai Reds, 5th and Beacon in San Pedro, escorts a customer to the door. 1953. Colored photo of Marilyn Monroe was taken in 1939. Former circus performer Jacob Nacken, 7'3", was the tallest German soldier of WWLL. Here he is chatting with British Corporal Bob Roberts, 5'3", after surrendering to him near Calais, France in 1944. Members of the Owls, a black women's softball team in the 1930s. Hop pickers on stilts in Faversham, England, 1920. A dinner party at the Hotel Astor in New York City in 1904. Sarji Sarah Bartman, 1789 to 29 December 1815, was the most famous of at least two Khoikhoi women who were exhibited as sideshow attractions in 19th century Europe under the name Hottentot Venus. Cleaning women washing a crucifix in 1938. Francesco Frank Lentini, May 18, 1889 to September 21, 1966, was a Sicilian-American sideshow performer. Born with a parasitic twin, Lentini had 3 legs, 4 feet, and 2 sets of genitals. A Victorian couple trying not to laugh while getting their portraits done, 1890s. A Girl and Her Kitten, 1931. Mailman N. Sorensen poses with his heavy Christmas deliveries in Chicago, 1929. Good Morning by the Daily Mirror, England, April 4th, 1944. Cats that sailed on ships until the mid-20th century to catch rodents had passports signed with their paw prints.